His Excellency, Dr. James Nyoro. Karibu sana, asante sana. And Miss Mwe. Asante sana. You may be there now. Ladies and gentlemen, I want us to know that the objective of this forum, the reason why we are here, is to enable you as Kiambu residents to understand the vision, the desires, the plans that our candidates have for Kiambu County. Because we need to understand it. I'm a biblical person, and in the Bible says, come, let us reason together. We want to reason together for the sake of Kiambu County, so that we, at the end of the day, can make an informed decision on the next person that we are going to elect to be the governor for this county. At this point, I'll have my seat there, and we shall be able to ask our candidates a few questions concerning the focus areas that you have on your program. Secondly, I don't talk alone. I would like you to also talk. Silvio, communication is two-way, right? So we shall be able to talk together. In the second part, I shall give you the platform and the opportunity to also ask questions. Ask your own questions. There are two ways that we shall be able to ask our questions. One, because I may not be able to point to every person that shall raise up their hand. And we know that is true. And sometimes many people raise up their hands, and it's difficult to select who should ask the question and who should not. Therefore, I am a very fair moderator, and I love you all. So I've created a platform where you can be able to ask your questions freely. You can feel free to indicate your name or leave it anonymously. Go to slido.com, and I would like you to present that there. Go to Slido is S-L-I-D-O. Slido.com. Slido.com. When where you shall be able to ask your question. And already there is a question that has been posted there. There is a question that has been posted there. Go to the polls. Go to the polls. What is it that needs to be done in order to make Kiambu County great? Post your question there. Now, once you go to slido.com, there is at the top page, you will see a place where they're asking for a code. I know someone is wondering, what is it? There's a code there. The code is Kiambu. Kiambu. Very easy. Kiambu. So go to slido.com. Where you have a code right there, that is like your password, Kiambu. And once you have your password there, go to Q&A section. You can post your questions to any particular speaker. You can also go there and participate on our polls that is there, where we shall be able to engage, and I shall sample your feedback as we continue with this conversation. And of course, this goes to everybody, even those who are joining us online. Go to slido.com and we shall be able to engage with you. Without further ado, I would like to call upon us all to arise. Let's be on our feet, and then we start this gubernatorial debate. And of course, I'd like to call upon the media to play for us, and we sing together the Kenyan national anthem. Makofi ya kilo. Hiyo ni nusu kulingana na ekonomi ya nchi. Kilo ni mzito, si ndio? Makofi ya kilo. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ram Aguko. I will be the moderator for this evening. RAM is my name. Oh, morning. This now, yes, I'll be your moderator this morning. RAM is my name. You can call me amazing man. Really amazing man. And of course, you are all amazing people. As I take my seat, I would like to give us a few regulations that we shall be able to follow during this particular debate. And these are the rules that we shall be able to work with as we continue, the rules of engagement. Number one, each of our candidates will be given 90 seconds to make an opening statement. 90 seconds for closing statements, and 2 minutes to respond to questions that shall be accorded to them. And of course, they shall also be given time for, or a right for rebuttal, just in case one is required. The forum shall also be bilingual, because I know that Kizungu saa zingine sio mdomo ya watu wote, na pia Kiswahili pia sio mdomo ya watu wote. So, for the sake of communication, it shall be a bilingual debate. We are permitted to communicate in either English or Swahili. Candidates shall remain civil. Every one of us, we are requested or required to remain civil and respectful, and we will not be permitted to insult each other in whichever way or form. No candidate shall be permitted to use derogatory languages in reference to his or her opponent as we contribute in this debate. And of course, we are also not permitted to use gestures that are that might be insultive to one another. KARA, the Kenya Alliance of Resident Association, has ensured that we have this event successfully. And they carefully selected and screened each and every one of these candidates to avoid any issue or undue disadvantage to any of the candidates. All the participants were talked to. All candidates were invited. All candidates were informed of this event. And as you can see on your poster, each and every one of them is aware that this event is taking place today. And of course, as a moderator, I shall afford each candidate an equal and fair chance to articulate their point and policies. So be rest assured that you are in safe hands. Today, each one of the candidates should also feel free to respond to the questions that shall be given. And of course, I will invite you as the audience. I'll give you time to also ask your questions. Ladies and gentlemen, are we ready for the debate? I can't hear you. I said, are we ready for this debate? To our candidates, I would like to give each one of you time to respond to this one particular question. And I shall start from my left to my right. I shall start from my left to my right when it comes to the debate. And of course, I will give you the question of the, that I shall ask. And of course, I would like to ask that. I don't know if the media, you are ready. You will give us a timer there. But before we get to that, I would like to call upon the CEO of KARA to give his welcoming remarks. Let's appreciate him.
Good morning, everyone. Habari ya asubuhi. I know it's a cold morning, though today is not as cold as yesterday, but we'll try and make it warm through this debate. So my name is Henry Ochieng. I'm the CEO of KARA, and of course we are happy to host this event with our affiliate members, Akirna, and of course with you, because like has been said, this is our event. We are here because we have an interest in Kiambu County. We are residents of this county, and we want to ensure that whatever is happening in this county is something that is affecting us in a positive way. So let me start by recognizing our guests who are here. Number one, we have our partners here, Seidel Foundation, who have been gracious enough to work with us in organizing these sessions and supporting us to make sure that we have a successful event. We are having, this is actually our third forum. We had one in Nairobi, in Nakuru, we are in Kiambu. We are heading to Mombasa after this. And of course, we look at having more counties as we head towards the election. And we appreciate Seidel Foundation for that support, and they've been our partners for so long. Michelle is here, Michelle Washuka, representing Seidel Foundation. She'll say one or two words after I sit down. Let me also recognize our chairman, Mr. Richard Nyaga. Nyaga is the chairman of KARA, and of course a community leader where he lives. And before that, he worked in various places and retired as the CEO of Kenya Airways. And since then, he's been very, very supportive to KARA. Of course, I also recognize our partners, Akirna. I can see Peter is here. I can see our friend, the officials of Akirna here. Thank you very much for working with us to make this event happen today. I also want to thank our candidates because they've honored you and they've honored us to be here. we want to confirm that each and every candidate was invited officially. Each and every candidate was given enough information to make them understand what we are doing here today and why we are doing it. And so for those who have chosen to honor us to be here, we thank you very much. Let's give them a clap, please. Because this is where it starts. This is where it starts. How do we treat the people that you want to lead? What kind of respect do you accord them? If they ask you to come and have a conversation with them, are you going to say yes or are you going to say no? So, but I don't want to appear like thing, but I think these are some of the things we're able to look at. Of course, to you, our participants, well, thank you. I can Kiambu. It out. Let me try and use this. So, thank the participants for creating time to be here with us. Seated amongst us, and everyone else who has created time to be here this morning. Mine is going to be very brief. I just want to welcome you to this session that we are having. We prefer to call it a forum with our candidates, because at times a debate might appear like we are engaging in an academic exercise. But this is a forum to have a conversation forward position. We have a number of candidates who have been able to step forward to be elected for one position or the other. And I'm sure you'll agree with me that apart from the presidency, the next hotly contested, this is a position that has very huge responsibility, and it has a huge impact on how a county is to be managed. And as people who have an interest, as stakeholders of this country, of this county, Kiambu County, we must take an interest. We must ask ourselves, who are these people who want to lead us? What are they offering? What is their track record? What is their integrity threshold? We have to ask so many questions so that we don't make a mistake. Because you make a mistake, you live with it for 5 years. Unless you are lucky to be able to go through the rigorous process of impeachment, which is also another, require a lot of resources. The point of electing the candidates, we get it right, we understand who they are, we understand what they stand for, we understand their vision for the county, and we elect the people or the person we think will be able to do a good job and meet our expectations. So you, as a voter, you have a responsibility to make that choice, and you have a responsibility to make that kind of a decision, or to assess the people who are offering themselves for that position. So it is for this reason that as Kara and working with Akirna, we have organized this session today. And it is our commitment as Kara to empower and support citizens to demand accountability, as well as make informed choices. We are cognizant of the fact that having the right leaders in office is a key ingredient for accountability, transparency, and provision of quality services by the government. I think there's a saying says that everything falls and rises on leadership. Sendio? So you have the right leadership, things will rise. You have the wrong leadership, things will fall. And that's why you must be able to make that choice. So the objective of this session we are having here, and others that we've had previously, is to provide you with an opportunity to engage and understand the vision and plans of the candidates, of the candidate who will be elected, and also develop a commitment action matrix based on presentation by the candidates to be used as a basis for follow-up and holding whoever shall be elected accountable in fulfilling the promises that they've made. I know we are going to hear a lot of promises, we are going to hear a lot of intentions and plans, but we want to be at a point where at the end of this session, we can be able to have some commitment from the candidates. And once whoever is elected gets to the office, we are going to seek another session to sit down, to go through these issues and say, these are the things we talked about, These are the things you committed to. Can we have now a plan of implementation to make sure that they are realized? Because we don't just want promises and intentions, but we want to make sure that they are actually actualized. And that's why the monitor said that we are going to have a commitment memorandum and an action matrix, which if the candidates who are here agree to, they'll put a sign to that, and that now will form a basis of our engagement moving forward. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to invite you to listen to the candidates carefully and keenly, and from what they are saying and from the intentions they are putting forward, you shall be able to make a decision on who you think can be able to meet your expectation. As Kara, we have no candidate. As Kara, we are neutral, and we are just giving an opportunity for you as a voter to be able to make your choice and to make your decision that you can live with for the next 5 years. Because the decision you make on 9th of August, you live with it for the next 5 years. And if it is good, you live with it. If it is bad, you still live with it, unless some interventions come into play. So with those few remarks, I want to welcome you once again to this session and wish all of us a very, very productive and active participation. Asanteni sana.
Let's give him one more round of applause. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is a big day. And of course, this is an event that the Kara has collaborated with, of course, the Kiambu Association also. A very big thanks to the CEO of Kara, Mr. Henry Ocheng, for that, for those particular remarks. And I would like to call upon the Hans Seidel Foundation, remarks from the Hans Seidel Foundation. And of course, this is none other than Michelle Washuka to come and give her remarks. Let's appreciate her one more time. Asante sana.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. As you've heard, my name is Michelle Washuka, and I am a representative of Seidel Foundation is basically a philanthropic organization from Germany, and it is sponsored by a political party in Germany called the Christian Socialist Union. And its main ideologies are as written, as you can see on the banner. We have democracy, we have the rule of law today. And we have partnered with Kara to conduct these debates, as you have heard before. We have already conducted 2 debates in Nairobi and in Nakuru, and they have been successful. So far as we have seen, the people who were in the debates were coming to try and see what the aspirants were trying to tell them, and if the information that they are giving is relevant to what the people in that county want. So basically, this forum was put together to help shed light on the aspirants and give the voters more information for their voting, since we only have very few days. We only have, it's even less than a month now. And now this information will help the people of Kiambu County choose wisely. I personally am also a voter of Kiambu County. So this is a very important forum for me as well, because I also have to see what the aspirants are going to say, and it will influence my voting. And as you've seen, democracy is all about the people, and our organization focuses on democracy. So us partnering with Kara is to give